feels such a long time ago, as usual. My dear friend, there is a quote that I have come across with a while back and would be cool to share. I'm not sure if you would relate to this as well, but we will see. To the degree you approach the truth, your solitude will increase. Keep going. Don't be afraid. The worst has already taken place. Of course, I feel so stiff. Just give me a take two on this. To the degree you approach the truth, your solitude will increase. Keep going. Keep going. Don't be afraid. The worst has already taken place. Of course, life will rip you apart again. But as for you, you no longer have much to do with it. Remember this. Fundamentally, you are already dead. You are now face to face with eternity. And this quote is by I hope this person is still alive to forgive me, but I will try to pronounce it. I hope it's correct. Michel Houellebecq. And I guess I was reminded by this. I remember this quote because I was looking at myself earlier in the mirror. And it crossed my mind how I approach life in general. Because the last time I was with some people, I've known them long enough. I've known them for quite a while, but I don't feel the enough emotional connection to call them a friend. So I just call them I was with some people. So the last time I was with some people, I was able to share how I'm living my life as if I have died already. As if I have died already. Or yes, that's one perspective. And then the other is that I'm still alive. I'm living life as if I am on my deathbed. Somewhere in time. And I'm close to being dead. And I was thinking of the things that I could have done differently. And then I encountered an extraterrestrial. I encountered a spirit or a higher power or God or someone, an entity that has a power to bring me back. And I begged this entity because I have already lived that version of a lifetime. And I don't want it. I don't want it. And I begged the entity that has a power to bring me back. And I promised that this time, things will not be the same as that other expired lifetime. And I remembered that while I was looking on the mirror. I remembered that because suddenly, when I looked at the mirror, I'm like, I'll pretend that you're the mirror. You're the back camera, but I'll pretend that you're the mirror. Like, how young, how young, how young, how young, how young. Everything is plump. Everything is, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And I'm like, yes, I got the second chance. The entity granted my wish, and now I'm back on earth as a young woman. I'm trying to speak in a little low voice because I'm not the only one in the house. I'm not sure how close that is, but okay. And there's someone new in the house, so I'm also a bit not fully comfortable. So I hope you're as kind as the entity who gave me a second chance on the earth. Yeah, I was sharing that also. Not the entirety of it to the people that I know, but I just told them the bit about I'm thinking as if I am already close to death's door. And that gives me the push, the extra courage that I need to move, or that influences the decisions that I take, that I make, or the opportunities that I try to create, or the people that, the advice that I try to absorb from people, that influences everything. Me thinking that I am close to dying, or that I'm dead already, and that an entire lifetime, that there's an entire lifetime that had happened already, and that this is my second chance. And one of them told me that, well, won't you live having some kind of anger towards yourself when you're, for example, let's say you're resting, or just trying to take things slowly. I'm like, well, on the contrary, I don't feel that at all. I don't feel any contempt or I don't know. I don't really feel that. So far, this perception of the way I live my life, as if this is my second chance on the earth, has not caused any anger on myself. Even when I am resting or daydreaming. But of course, I'm aware that people are different. Maybe if he used my approach, then he will just grow angry and angry and angry on himself. But for me, it works. So I'm gonna continue using it. Yeah, generally, I don't really give advice to people on about how they live, how to live, or I just share what works for me when there's like when there's an opportunity or to kind of build a bond with people, because that's how, at least that's how I perceive it. You build bonds with people if you share your inner world with them or try. Yeah. Well, maybe there are other ways that people build bonds, but at least that's one way that I do it. I share things with them. Maybe this is also my way of bonding with the earth. I share the inner world and things. But yeah. Yeah, I was just happy to look at the mirror earlier. I'm really like, oh my god, my face. So young, my neck, my hands. I'm so young and full of life that I can use further now that I have this knowledge of what would really happen if I will choose to be brave.